Sippers, sippets, when will we make America our agenda and not the world? It's quite simple. I say it all the time. Anyone that comes over here or anyone that raves about their country, they're proud. They have pride. But it seems like as Americans, we don't have pride or reflect pride in our country. Whether it's Congress or our judicial system or the executive branch, it's supposed to be for the people of the United States of America. We need to learn how to take pride in taking care of our people first before we take care of people and the world abroad. Today, the SCOTUS gave President Trump an L. Let's review.
For you, it's finally here. The Supreme Court has made a decision on President Trump's tariffs. This is a huge case, a big ruling. It comes right before the State of the Union, and Shannon Bream, of course, is standing by with us. Shannon, do we have an initial thought on what the ruling is?
We do. We've got a very fractured opinion, but initially what it says, we know it's authored, the primary opinion, by the Chief Justice, and says essentially that this IEPA, this law that grants the president emergency powers, did not, it looks like by this first blush reading by Justice, the Chief Justice here, does not give him the power to levy these tariffs that he's levied. The part of this initial opinion says, the words regulate and importation, the president says that gives him the independent power to impose tariffs on imports from any country, any product, any rate, any time. These words, it says, cannot bear such weight. We know we've got a dissent by Justice Kavanaugh, by Thomas and Alito, it looks like. And those were the three we thought during the arguments, if anyone would be persuaded to allow the president to move forward with these tariffs, they would be the ones to do it. So at first blush, like I said, there are multiple parts and concurrences to this opinion, but it looks like what the primary holding is going to be is that these tariffs cannot be used in the way that the president had tried to use them. Let me get you to the closing paragraph that we have in this initial opinion here. It says, the president asserts the extraordinary power to unilaterally impose tariffs of unlimited amount, duration, and scope. In light of the breadth, history, and constitutional context of that asserted authority, he must identify clear congressional authorization to exercise it, meaning if he wants to do it, he's got to show that Congress has allowed him to do it. But they say IEPA, this emergency powers law, contains no reference to tariffs or duties. The government points to no statute in which Congress used the word regulate to authorize taxation. And until now, no president has ever read IEPA to confer such powers. We claim no special competence in matters of economics or foreign affairs, but we claim only, as we must, the limited role assigned to us by Article 3 of the Constitution. Fulfilling that role, we hold that IEPA does not authorize the president to impose tariffs. We'll keep reading. That is the first blush, authored by the Chief Justice John Roberts.
And basically, it's not saying that he can't use tariffs, but it is saying that he can't use this IEPA, right? And fair enough, okay? We got to change the game. We got to go another route. I think it's just disappointing seeing it because we continuously allow this would never been an issue or brung up if people weren't questioning so much of what the Trump administration is trying to pull. I was disappointed, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. We got to move forward and maneuver. There's no time to put our heads down. But you could tell that the president was really upset about this and hurt because he wants to make America great again. That's his agenda. That's what he's been harping on. He harped on this in his first term and before he even ran. So I think that it broke his heart a little bit because this is his main goal is us, our infrastructure, our economy, right? So let's see what let's review a little bit of what the president had to say today.
Statutes and authorities, as recognized by the entire court in this terrible decision, and also as recognized by Congress, which they refer to, that are even stronger than the IEPA tariffs available to me as president of the United States. And in actuality, I was very modest in my ask of other countries and businesses because I wanted to do, and it's very important, I wanted to be very well behaved because I wanted to do anything. I didn't want to do anything that would affect the decision of the court because I understand the court. I understand how they're very easily swayed. I want to be a good boy. I have very effectively utilized tariffs over the past year to make America great again. Our stock market has just recently broken 50,000 on the Dow, and simultaneously, and even more amazingly, broken 7,000 on the S&P, two numbers that everybody thought upon our landslide election victory could not be attained. Think of that. Nobody thought it was possible to do it within 4 years, and we did it in 1 year. They said, you'll never be able, you'll go back and you read the geniuses, read their statements, all of the Nobel Prize winners in economics. They said, no, you couldn't do it in 4 years. Well, we didn't do it in 4 years. We did it in 1 year.
And that's facts. And just think about it. The reason why I give the president so much credit and so much and some grace, because since day one that he got into office, it's been pushback. So I look at these tariffs in the same manner. When it came to tariffs, when it came to DHS, at every level, he's had so much pushback without letting him go forward and try to do anything. And my thing is, y'all have let him done it this far. Continue to let him do it. But they're blocking this decision with the IEPA. So I'm pretty sure that they have other ways. So let's hear what Scott Bessent had to say about that.
Let's be clear about what today's ruling was and what it wasn't. Despite the misplaced gloating from Democrats, ill-informed media outlets, and the very people who gutted our industrial base, the court did not rule against President Trump's tariffs. 6 justices simply ruled that IEPA authorities cannot be used to raise even $1 of revenue. This administration will invoke alternative legal authorities to replace the IEPA tariffs. We will be leveraging Section 232 and Section 301 tariff authorities that have been validated through thousands of legal challenges. Treasury's estimates show that the use of Section 122 authority, combined with potentially enhanced Section 232 and Section 301 tariffs, will result in virtually unchanged tariff revenue in 2026.
And there you have it, Scott Bessent. So they have other avenues. So this is just a loss for as the IEPA, the emergency use of using tariffs. And I also want to bring another picture in. When one door closes, hey, you just open another door. And I was frustrated about this earlier today, and only simply because I believe that we should not be prioritizing other countries. I think the president put his best foot forward and he executed on his agenda and what the American people wanted when we elected him. Now we just got to maneuver. We just got to, come at it at a different way. So I'm glad to hear what Scott Bessent had to say, and I look forward to us continuously moving into an economic explosion. Yes, the country is not where I envision it to be, but I can see the things that are in motion and changing. And all we can do is simply just wait. I know it's tough to wait, but I think that we all gotta hold some patience and see where this thing goes. Sippers, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. Hit that thumbs up as it helps this channel grow. Remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell. It's your boy Mercy. I'm out.
Hey, boss, he ain't working.